Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone, and what's the green light for your returner? In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
The Raiders had 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Joe Mixon with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Herbert. finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Eckler, they run left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Caught on the slant.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Eckler is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Eckler again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Mixing up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Carr.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, a 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Herbert now. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Herbert throwing again.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He's got room at the 30.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down.
Herbert.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now it's Herbert.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Carr.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense.
And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown!
Colby Parkinson,
32 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert off of play action. This pass going to... And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
69 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
To throw his car.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up second down. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. A good pickup there at 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Second down and goal. Carr, touchdown Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We're on to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing his car on third down. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole down. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. A beautiful fake. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here's Herbert.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, Justin Herbert escaping the pressure right.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now it's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Nixon will try the right side. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Herbert now.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Slant rapidly caught by Palmer.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Eckler.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing, Herbert.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Herbert to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Gerald Everett,
An 11-yard touchdown.
and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
35-35. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Carr.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
55 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Carlson now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Herbert.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Herbert.
He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete